Okay, I'm going to tell you
who Joe Biden is going to pick as his running mate.
it's not who you think.
Hello, I'm the blonde politician.
First of all, Joe Biden will not only be picking a running mate,
If he gets elected.
he may be picking a president.
After all,
He is 77 years old, and he is losing it fast.
Among many qualified people, I'm the best qualified person for this job.
So who will Biden pick?
Because think of what's been adopted. Milton Friedman's notion that the only obligation. But that all changed with our Republican friends in the late 80s when they adopted Milton Friedman's notion that the only obligation. We find ourselves in a position where you're in a circumstance where we've adopted Milton Friedman's notion, the conservative economist. They know who we are. We have to let them know who we are. We can do it, and it's going to take billions of dollars to do it, and we can afford to do it. We can't afford not to do it.
It has to be somebody you already know. He can't pick a new name. They have to be vetted.
and he's already promised he'll pick a woman.
Number 1, Elizabeth Warren. She claimed to be an American Indian.
Trump didn't believe her and started calling her Pocahontas. The media stayed with her as long as they could.
She had a very difficult time explaining that at that moment about exactly what happened here, about the fact that she was listed as a Native American during her early part of her teaching career. Last year she tried to put this behind her. They assisted with an investigation into her past by the Boston Globe, looking at whether or not her issue of race helped elevate her in her career. That investigation said it did not. It was not a factor in how she was ascended in her career. But then she put out that DNA test last fall showing that she had some Native American ancestry, distant ancestry, and that only led to more criticism, and that led to her apology.
Number 2, Kamala Harris. Even if Biden doesn't pick her as his running mate, he will make her the Attorney General. She will be the first Attorney General in American history to seek to deny free speech.
Frankly, when you look at what he's been tweeting today, his Twitter account should be suspended. I think there is plenty of now evidence to suggest that he is irresponsible with his words in a way that could result in harm to other people. And so the privilege of using those words in that way should probably be taken from him.
Now, if the President of the United States can't have free speech...
What chance does the blonde politician have?
Number 3, Amy Klobuchar. She's somewhat to the left of Karl Marx in the new Democratic Party. She's considered a moderate, and she's from Minnesota.
Which may just go Republican for the first time in decades.
They are getting a bit annoyed up there with their anti-Semitic politicians. So, Biden could pick Amy and keep Minnesota. If he kicks the bucket, she would be president. If he doesn't kick the bucket,
He will be 85 at the end of his second term in office.
remember,
Whoever he picks will be president.
all of them believe that everybody in the world should be able to come to America and live and have free healthcare and free education.
If your government plan would provide coverage for undocumented immigrants.
So who will he pick? Amy.